Alright, this is still Lab 4. I kind of gave you as much as help I can on these problems 3, on chapter 3, 6, and 9. Please watch my videos to talk to you about the hand trace tables with it. I want to skip down to part. There's lots of good programs I want to see that you're able to do. If you scroll down for me, number 6 in part 3, I believe. Okay, number 6, part 3. Everything else, if you just follow my video and I discuss the videos of things up there with it. Number 6 says, I just want you to write the pseudocode for a program that prints a calendar such as the following. So you see this calendar. I don't want any C++ code or Java codes. I don't want any of that stuff. But when you look at this problem, this calendar, I want you to notice a couple of things. I want to prepare your mind to think of data structures with it. And when you look at typical math, a typical calendar, I like for you to see and see patterns of this thing. The first thing is there's a table header. Every table will have some sort of table headers with this thing. Normally they could be a first column, they could be a table a header that's going in the first column as well. But if you notice this table, you count, besides the table header, which is that I just highlighted for you, the 7 days of the week, or if you count the number of rows there are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 rows. So besides this, you can hard code this to do like a cout, okay, and Iowa nip and all this stuff with it, and set width and all this stuff. But it's this part right here that gets really interesting, is that when you have a particular number of rows and spaces that you have. So you have 3 spaces here. Can you see the 3 spaces for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays? And then it starts with 1, 2, 3. And how do you know down here to end and to take down into the next week with this thing? So in this code here, let me just come down here and kind of giving you a little more insight what you want to look for. So I would go in, okay, just for kicks, I would start out with setting. Remember, this is pseudocodes. These are pseudocodes, not actual code. I want to set some blanks in this thing. Okay, set blanks days 2, 3. Okay. And then I'm going to go in, I'm going to actually look at the number of weeks, how many weeks do we have? We counted there was 5, isn't there? Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 weeks. So I would actually set the number underscore, how about num underscore weeks to 5. Okay. And how many days do we have? Number of days, let's say, to 31. Okay, simple enough. And then I need to actually set day 1, your first day, to 1. Okay, so this gives me a little preface on what I'm just interested in this part right here. That's the interesting part that I want to do. The first thing in my program I need to do is I need to print the header with this thing. So just simple print days of week header. Okay, so you can actually do Iowa nip. You can print this entire header with that same line with it and give it set W, whatever you want to put in there. So with it. So again, I don't want any code. I just want to give you let you see this thing. Now, let me take you inside this table right now. This is what we're looking at, right? So let's say, how many blank days do you have? I don't know, 1, 2, 3 blank days, right? So if you have 3 blank days in this thing, 3 blank days, I'm going to say if blank days is greater than 0, then I want to print what? Print spaces for days. So do a cout and do apostrophe, whatever it is that you have with it, right? And then I want you, again, you need to update this thing. I need for you to decrement blank days. So that's my if statement. Else, what do I have? If my days is less than my num days, what I want to do. I actually want to go in and do print days, right? If my number of days is less than num days with it. And I want to actually increment day. Okay. So all of this takes place, okay, I don't know what I have here. But this is just, wait a minute. So I got if blank days is 0. It's greater than 0. Okay, so my blank day, look, it's 3. So I started out as 3 is greater than 0. I'm going to give it a space, and then I'm going to decrement the blank days going from 3 to 1. When it falls under this, it becomes 0 is greater than 0, which is false. It's going to enter this. So number of days now becomes what? Number of days is 31, right? If the day is less than, what's day? Here's my day. Is less than number of days, which is 1 is less than 31. If 1 is less than 31, I'm going to print the day. And then I'm going to increment the day. So I'm going to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now wait a minute. How do I get down to 4? How do I get to actually to turn and go down to the next line? I can't do this itself with this statement. I cannot do that. Okay, I cannot do that. I cannot travel like that. So what I need to do is I need to nest this whole block statement inside of another statement with this thing. So I'm going to actually come outside of that right now. Okay, so I'm going to look, how many days do I have? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So after I can set a counter to do this for 7 row. 7 row with this thing. So what if I did 4? I don't know, y from 1 to 7. Okay? So that block of code that I just did, okay, if I do it from 1 through 7, look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And after I do my 7, I want you to go down to the new line. So print a new line. This right here has to be in line with this, is print new line. Or a new line. So start with a new line. That's what I'm saying. Okay? So you have a new, or let's say instead of new line, that's a print a new line character. How do you like that? So, okay, so that makes it a little bit more. But wait a minute. Wait. If you look at this thing, so I do my first 3 days are blank. I count down from 3 to 2, 1, 0. 0 is greater than 0. And then I do my days. I increment my days. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I do this. It drops down to a new line with this because of this loop right here. Now, I know exactly the number of weeks too, don't I? Right? So here's my number of weeks. So I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Not only I know the number of columns, but I know the number of weeks in this thing. So what do I need to do? I need to take this entire code, bump it over. Okay. Now I can write another loop for x from 1 to number of weeks, which is what? 5. Right? I want it to end right there. So this loop right here will actually do this. Okay, this is what we call as a traditional pseudocode with this thing. Let me just bump this down so you can see. So this right here will give me the number of weeks. How many weeks? 5 weeks. And this will tell me to go at the end of the row. You print a new line. Inside that, I nested in what I need to reprint with this thing. Okay.